Recording in progress.
Well, Coach, let's start with the good news. C.J. McCollum, obviously a good night's rest really helped him, 36 points. What did you like best out of his game tonight?
I like his aggressiveness. His ability to create his own shot is incredible. And, it's just an added bonus for us to have another guy that can just go get it.
Defensively, what would you have liked to have seen differently in terms of stopping them from turning a corner and getting to the paint so easily?
I think they just knocked us on our heels all game, especially the first and third quarters. I spoke to the team about it, but we have to have more force and more physicality when it comes to our defense, and we didn't tonight. They got to their spots. They jumped up, shot the ball. We have to do a better job of contesting. But, it's going to take some work to incorporate everybody, get everybody up to speed to the way we play, the way we do things defensively. And, it's another adjustment that we have to make.
Along the defensive lines, too, only 5 turnovers committed. Now, we knew before that San Antonio does not beat themselves, but how much pressure does that put on you if you're only turning them over that time and you're not getting those points off turnovers to even up that battle, because the discrepancy was pretty big?
Yeah, I think it's twofold. One, they're one of the better teams at taking care of the basketball, and that just means for us we have to do more defensively. Deflections, our rotations, multiple efforts, forcing those guys to do things that they don't want to do, and we were okay at best, but we have room for improvement.
Tough shooting night for Devontae. Just what did you think about the looks that he got in this game tonight?
I thought he had a few good looks. I have to go back and watch, but just not his typical night. It's a night that he's just got to flush and come back and just be aggressive next game.
Yeah, no, I guess how fluid are things right now with your starting lineup rotations, that type of thing, with CJ coming in? Do you feel like you want to stick with what you're doing right now to gain some continuity, or do you feel like, things are kind of still fluid?
Yeah, it's something we got to figure out. We know when you trade guys and guys leave out and then you add new players, especially heavy rotation guys, that there's an adjustment period, and that's where we are. Speaking to our team in the locker room, it's just going to take some time. But I believe when we figure it out, when we figure out our rotations, we get more comfortable, continue to trust each other, we'll be fine.
Kind of to that point, how do you, it's been 2 games with CJ. How do you kind of balance trying to find the right lineups but not trying to overreact to what you see in just, one game or one, third quarter stretch or something like that? How do you find that balance as a coach?
It's just a continuous evaluation of where we are. You do look at the 2 games, but at the same time, having awareness that it's a huge adjustment for everybody. It's an adjustment for CJ. It's an adjustment for all of his teammates. So we'll do it together. We'll get back to the drawing board, watch some film, get in practice, continue to work, and I continue to say it. I believe in this group, and we'll get there.
Coach, just how difficult was it to contain DeJounte Murray tonight? Herb Jones didn't seem like he had his typical night because Murray was just so good.
Yeah, he's an all-star for a reason, and he went out tonight and had a really good game. I thought Herb and the rest of our guys made him take some tough shots, but he made them. And that's what you want. You want guys that have to make tough shots, but he's a good player, and he went out and had a really good night. Thank you.
Herbert didn't seem like the best night defensively for you guys, just as a team. Where do you feel like you guys could have been better on that end tonight?
I think we could have communicated a little more on the defensive end. Gave a little more effort. Just competed a little more. They shot the ball well, but like those things, I feel like we could have did better.
How difficult is it? Just having to incorporate. A really good piece in CJ, but like just having kind of newness in there and just having to change up all the rotations kind of on the fly in the middle of the season.
That's kind of the league we're in. You have to be able to adapt, and that's just part of it. I'm sure we'll figure it out and get more comfortable playing with each other as the season goes on. But I mean, as of right now, everybody's still learning, how to play with everybody. So I feel like we'll figure it out.
What does DeJounte do that just makes him so hard to guard? It seems like he's obviously been having some success. He's named an All-Star, but what specifically does he do that just makes him so tough to guard?
I mean, he's a big guard, can pass it, shoot it. I think that's it. He can get downhill, finish at the rim, and you have to honor. He makes you have to go over screens, and like I said, he's a big guard, so he can see over the defense. And if he needs to make a pass, to the weak side corner, he can do that. And I feel like that's what kind of makes him so tough to guard is he can do so much stuff, really well, and it's just super hard to take away everything.
Have y'all done anything differently to try to help CJ with just fast track this whole process, or just the transition as a team with him coming in?
I mean, it's just trying to get him familiar with the play calls, our terminology. I feel like that's pretty much he's already a great basketball player. We just had to kind of catch him up to speed to the terminology and like the plays we run. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Herb, can you remind me who Alabama?
Recording stopped.
Arkansas.
All right. Did you hear that?
So how did it just feel with more than 4 hours of sleep this time?
I felt better. I had more of a pop in terms of movement. I wasn't as short. Better grasp of the plays, side out of bounds, ATOs, stuff like that. Trying to understand spacing. Obviously, too many turnovers tonight. Got to be better with the ball. But still learning spacing, still learning where guys like to roll versus pop versus the short roll. Understanding Herb's going to be cutting on some of the drives. Just kind of gain a better understanding of that. But I look forward to the next game and just kind of continue to get more comfortable.
How different are the actions compared to what you were doing in Portland?
They're similar actions, different names. So just getting used to the play calling. Red is our switch. Ours was black, so just getting used to the words again. Basic was our one fist, like zipper mid, stuff like that. Point was our way. Auto was our motion down. So like just getting used to the names, and then when I hear the name, I'm like, wait, that's our quick. You know what I mean? Or this or that. So I'm learning. It's going to take some time. Just got to continue to watch film, continue to take the time to ask questions, and going to make mistakes. There's going to be times where I forget a play or not sure what it is, and you might see me like, what is this? What is this? But it's a part of the game. I've only been here like not even 3 days probably. So.
And what's that process been like on the defensive end, just trying to figure all that stuff out,
Yeah.
how to work with all the other guys?
Yeah, I got to be better on the defensive end, just understanding, downs on the sides, all that type of stuff. When to switch versus when to not switch, understanding when we're going to do 2-2-1, all those types of things. Our nail and our low man is different here than it was in Portland, so I'm just getting used to those rotations, Xing out on the backside, those types of things that I haven't done in 9 years, so I got to tighten that up.
And what are you kind of learning through the first 2 games, the process of working with BI, kind of feeding off of each other, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, he was much more aggressive and assertive tonight. I'd like to see that version of him, and we're going to sit down and talk and watch film. But I wanted to get a little body of work first and kind of see how some of the games go before we have those conversations. But just watching film, figuring out how to get him quality touches, figuring out how to get him the ball in space. I got a couple of driving kicks to him today, just trying to generate easier shots, easier looks. He can obviously score in a variety of ways and make tough shots, but I want to save those for when we need them. You know what I mean? Fourth quarter in the shot clock, and if we can generate, easy touches with an advantage, catch and shoot threes, then his efficiency will only improve and our team will be better.
Are there any calls that are like the same here? I mean, like different here than when it was there? Like you mentioned, red. Like switching here is red.
Switching is red.
Like did y'all have a red call in Portland that was something different?
No, we had a white, and their white, our white was like 3/4. Their white here is front. So just like little stuff like that is funny. It's like the terminology is different from most teams, but the action's all the same. We call it ice. They're blue. They call it down on the side. So all that stuff. Pick is 77. So we had the clapping gestures. Like it's just like a lot of the same stuff. Elbow two is like a Phoenix Suns staple. You know, BI comes off. We called it Iverson cut. Loop two is I don't even know what they call it here. Something three. Yeah, so like, it's a process, man. I'm getting there. I like this type of challenge, though. It challenges you mentally, it challenges you physically, to really study the game more, to really learn the game more, and then it puts you in an uncomfortable environment. And I've been in a comfortable environment my entire career, and this is a great change for me and a great challenge. And it's one I look forward to as I continue to get more accustomed to being here and being around the team and getting to know the guys. We're going to continue to build something special.
Obviously your first 24 hours was landing a shoot-around, trying to get a game in, all that kind of stuff. What's the last 2 days been like? How do you, I guess, I'm assuming if obviously when you were in Portland, your days are going to be a little bit different. How much are you trying to like watch extra film, try to go over calls, talking with extra coaches? Like how has the last 2 days been different from what a normal game day would be for you?
I got the Dropbox from John, our video coordinator, and I've just been watching ATOs, offensive play calls, the flow of the game. Obviously, the games I played in, I've been able to watch my touches, been able to watch my minutes, but also I got breakdowns of, BI's plays. I got breakdowns of Big Fella's plays. I got breakdowns of D. Graham's plays, understanding, like, what they've been doing before I got here and how I can kind of fit in and obviously, add a different element while still be able to complement some of the stuff they've been doing. So I'm just trying to get better at that, understanding ATOs, trying to open up the playbook a little bit for Willie, and we'll have some more conversations as the season progresses. Obviously, as we kind of get used to coverages, how teams are going to guard me. Sometimes it's two to the ball, figuring out how to hit the pocket, figuring out that Valanciunas is a 40% three-point shooter, right? So he's going to be popping a three more. Whereas I played with a rolling big. Nurk was like rolling a lot for like my whole career. So I just got to get used to that. Now we got a lob threat, and in Hayes, where I threw the lob like I was throwing it to like a 6'6" guy, where he can go get to the top of the square. So just got to get used to that type of stuff, and I shouldn't have 6 turnovers next game, and I should be a little bit better in terms of spacing, awareness, all those things, and more film, more FaceTimes with my son, and those type of things to kind of get through these days.
And we all read the piece that you put together, dedicated to Portland. Just what were the emotions like, kind of putting that whole thing together and seeing the reactions from everybody?
Yeah, we started it when I was on my way to the airport to fly here. So it was like an hour conversation, and we kind of tightened things up. And then I had shoot-around. After shoot-around before that first game I played the other day, we finished up the article, and I was like, let's just put it out tomorrow. I went through another practice. I got a workout in. I did a media day here in New Orleans, and then we finished the article, and it was cool, man. It was good closure. I'm sure the city appreciated it. I appreciate everything they've done for me, and I wanted to make sure I got that out so I could turn the page and kind of put that chapter of my life behind me. It was great memories. It was a great time for me and my family, and as I said, that's a place that'll always be near and dear to me. But I'm excited to be here. This is a fresh start, a fresh opportunity. The city is lively. Everybody has showed me love here, and the love is mutual. And I'm just looking forward to continuing to play as hard as I can for this team, this franchise, and continue to try to build something special here.
And a lot of people in the city took notice of the graph you had in there about New Orleans. Why was it important for you to include that to send a message to everybody here? Yeah,
because although I was in Portland for 9.5 years, it's over now. I've moved forward. I'm in a place where I'm wanted. I'm in a place where I'm needed. I'm in a place where I'll be utilized in different ways, and I'm looking forward to that challenge. And I'm thankful to be here. And as I said before, this was a discussion that I had, with our front office, our previous front office, and my previous job on, a place that I wanted to be. And I've said it multiple times. I'm thankful to be here. I'm happy to be here. And I'm not gonna say that I had a choice, but I had a choice.
Gotta put us on the